Hi, I'm Egyptawi. We'll continue our discussion on our intriguing question. Were the ancient Egyptians Black Africans? But this time from a different perspective. Thousands of years ago, one of the greatest civilizations in history rose along the Nile. But even today, one question keeps coming back. Were the ancient Egyptians Black Africans? Science has a clear answer. In 2017, the University of Tübingen in Germany conducted a massive DNA study on ancient Egyptian mummies dating back to around 1400 BC. The results shocked many people. Genetically, ancient Egyptians were closer to the peoples of the ancient Near East, like the Levant and Mesopotamia, not to sub-Saharan Africa. What's even more surprising is that modern Egyptians still share a very high percentage of the same genetic makeup. That means we're not a new mix or a different people. We're the direct descendants of the ancient Egyptians. Science has spoken. The ancient Egyptian was Egyptian. Before any other label, Egypt has always stood in the middle, not just geographically between Africa and Asia, but culturally and in identity as well. To the south, there were powerful African kingdoms like Nubia and Kush. To the north, the Mediterranean and the peoples of the Near East. Yet Egypt was always different. It built its own unique identity. Its art, language, religion, and even the concept of life after death were all born inside the Nile Valley, not imported from anywhere else. So when we say that the ancient Egyptians weren't Black Africans, we're not denying Egypt's African roots. We're simply stating that Egypt was, and continues to be, a civilization of its own, a culture that has left its unique mark on the world. If we revisit ancient Egyptian art, we'll find that it was surprisingly honest and detailed. Egyptians painted each group in their distinct colors and features. Nubians with dark black skin, Asians with light yellow tones, Libyans with pale skin and light hair, and Egyptians with reddish-brown skin. Art in this context isn't mere decoration, it's a declaration of identity. Let's explore different perspectives with our friend, but first, if you like the video so far, don't forget to press the like button and leave your honest opinion in the comments.
Hi dear, I want to add something. In recent decades, a growing movement has sought to rewrite a well-known truth. It claims that the pharaohs were Black Africans, and that Western scholars stole Egypt, history from Africa. But the story is far more intricate. This concept first emerged in the US during the Civil Rights Movement, when communities of African descent sought out ancient civilizations to identify with, rather than emphasizing authentic African kingdoms such as Mali or Great Zimbabwe. Some focused on Egypt. The issue is, Western media occasionally promoted this narrative as part of a cultural and political game that ultimately undermines the concept of a distinct Egyptian identity. The outcome: a skewed interpretation of history that disregards both scientific and art. Proving otherwise, I hope this was useful, and if you want to explore more about this topic, you can check our previous video on Egyptians and Black Africans. Don't forget to subscribe.